Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello sir and everyone. I am Rara Arwa Nabila from 40 class English Education Department, Islamic State University of Sultan Syarif Kasim Riau. I made this video for completing my assignment in the courses Curriculum, Instruction and Media with the lecturer Mr. Abdul Hadi. So in here I would like to explain the material from Fabio Colho, English Language Fellow, with the title Teachers as Curriculum Leaders. So this presentation explains about teachers and curriculum as developers, makers and leaders, and the skills so needed for this curriculum leadership. Okay, in your school or university, there are many kinds or type of teacher in your school, right? So every country has a different curriculum with supervised of learning. So school and the country can achieve the goal of the government one. The teacher should follow the curriculum that has given by the government. But because there are the type of teacher and they have different way to teach. For the first is the teacher who follow prescribed curriculum materials such as students' book, teacher's guide, activities, and other. And this type of teacher 100% use or follow the curriculum without create other idea or something new. So the students follow the book and then teacher as a guide. And the second is you use some prescribed curriculum materials and create others. This kind of teacher use maybe 80 or 70% curriculum. They just take a big idea from the curriculum as guide to teach or to use in the class. And for the next is you adapt the prescribed curriculum materials. Just adapt the curriculum and then create a new idea, but it's depend on the situation on the class because every universities or school have a different situation. So yeah, this type using depend on the situation of this class. Not 100% same as the curriculum, but just like the same system in the curriculum. And for the last is you make or create all curriculum materials. The teachers change all materials 100% different from the curriculum. Okay, for the next is as a teacher or lecturer you would like to the first follow prescribed curriculum materials such as student books, teachers guides, activities and other. For the second is use some prescribed curriculum materials and create others. For the third is adapt prescribed curriculum materials. And for the last is make or create all curriculum materials. And for the next is literature, teacher as roles. Early, little of it calls for teachers taking leadership roles, and end of 20th century, more literatures calling empowerment of teachers through control of curriculum. And for the last, contemporary scholarship put teachers in the central role in curriculum development, implementation, and evaluation. For the next is teachers and curriculum. Curriculum transmitters and deliver prescribed curriculum, students' book and teachers' guides without introducing new materials or topics or without making a significant change and adaptation. And for the next slide is teachers and curriculum. Curriculum developers and develop the curriculum through prescribed curriculum materials and topics. Introduce new materials and topics and make significant change and adaptation. For the next is teachers and curriculum. Curriculum makers and develop curriculum without reference to official curriculum materials and topic. For the next is comparing. The comparing between teachers and curriculum leaders. For the teacher, usually decide what is taught in what order and what way, and supported by textbook, content standards, own experience, and then overall listen decision making. And for the curriculum leaders, need sophisticated understanding of how data relates to design, broad range of instruction, psychological, educational research, policies, and socio-political, and other. For the next is what it takes to be a curriculum leader. For the first is professional knowledge such as content knowledge, pedagogical knowledge, pedagogical content knowledge, and curriculum development skills. For the second is the commitment to change, and the last is the teamwork such as discussion, dialogue, feedback, and other. The next is where we are. This include curriculum design, essential for teacher leadership, the problem, the lack of knowledge, current models of teacher training must be restructured, and we need change in skills develop, task of curriculum leadership, or perception of roles of leaders. For the next is the summary. Curriculum leaders process. For the first is comprehensive understanding of the pragmatics of curriculum design and global understanding of education as a socio-political enterprise. For the next is finding and reflections. Initial teacher education institution should equip teachers with curriculum development skills at the classroom level in addition to subject, pedagogic, and deep curriculum content knowledge. And policymakers should adopt broad curriculum development approaches that provide core skills and concepts that teachers address in their own ways and resources. So I think now for my explanation about teachers and curriculum, teachers as leaders, as developers, and other, I apologize for the mistakes that I do on this video. Thank you for your attention, and for the closing, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.